Hello there, YouTube. This is Sibbles and Bits back at it again with another Arcanium run. Today I don't really have much of a preface, but I do want to talk about one thing that happened in the last video that was sort of a misplay on my part, and I feel like it'd be a little wrong of me not to talk about it. So, at one point, we were offered Medusa's Gaze, and this was with a bunch of other stuff that we ended up not even using. And I mentioned that Medusa's Gaze is mostly good when you have a good defensive team that can protect whoever has Medusa's Gaze. They gain stun, full fury bar, and then they're ready to go on turn 2 with their ultimate. This was also obviously especially good back when ultimates could be duplicated with Spellweavers, which actually I think is still the case now that I think about it. Maybe that was fixed. I keep forgetting what has been and has not been fixed, especially since I've been gone for quite a while. But if that's not fixed, that's definitely something that you can do here, but that's not really what we're looking for. A lot of people obviously can think that you would bypass this with Jade Oracle, which is you can't take any status effects, including stun, so then you don't have to worry about that at all. And then you get a full Fury bar on turn 1, which can be quite potent. Of course, in the run that we had Leon and Bjorn, who could have taunted from Mozibus, but Mozibus had Arcane Anomaly, or Arcane Overload, which is not very spectacular at all for Medusa's Gaze, so we went ahead and we skipped it. But after I had loaded the video up to YouTube, and even down in the comments of that video, I believe the commenter's name is Morthgaro, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, noted that our Lucash ahead of time had given us a potion of swiftness, which generally doesn't do much of anything in the early game, but we had it. And what that does is that gets rid of a major debuff like stun. So what we honestly could have done is taken Medusa's Gaze, been stunned on turn 1, used the swiftness potion, and then we would have had our ulti right off the bat. Again, on Mozibus, it wouldn't have been too spectacular to do that, but we did have, what is it, the Death Blow on Bjorn, which is a 28, or when it was upgraded, it was 28 red forward, has Execute. 20 damage, even after the regular version on turn 1, just because reasons, is incredibly strong. Like, we had taken the God, I can't remember what its name is. The yellow card Shining Lance or whatever it's called, because of the fact that that was just 16 for 2, which is great for killing an enemy as soon as possible and controlling the fight. Now consider just doing 20 red damage forward, and if the enemy happens to be at 25% or lower, it just dies. We find out a way to get crit on Bjorn, all of a sudden, throughout most of the game, we would just be able to go up to like regular enemies and some, elites and set up a kill and just absolutely wipe them off the board on turn 1. So, again, thought I'd bring that up. That's something that you could potentially use if you have a swiftness potion and you see Medusa's Gaze. That's an opportunity. Anyways, let's go over back to the run. Or not the run, we're going to start a run. Okay. So this time at least we got a usable ulti on Mozibus. We got Bjorn with a support. This is the cleanse. Area cleanse, regen. Angorn does pretty well for Bjorn because he's not able to actually block him for full amount most of the time in this difficulty. And the regen also helps help him against when he deals damage to himself. I also really like the fact that we have Arcane Tempest here. It's just very good for, again, pushing turn 3 and Bjorn having access to Lifesteal. This is another pretty slow comp because we got Mozibus Bjorn again, but this is seeming a lot more, how to put it, balanced than the last set that we had. I'm just thinking about where we take this team. I could see this team in Uzir, actually. I could also see this team in Anador. Anador is probably the easiest place for this team. Before I said that if Bjorn, or in the last video, I said that if Bjorn goes to Anador and he gets, Claw Shoulders, he becomes, like, pretty godlike. He doesn't actually want Claw Shoulders. What he wants is the Holy Chalice, I believe. Every time that you get hit, you gain Spirit. Because then, if you're getting hit by a multi-strike attack, you gain 3 Spirit, and then his lifesteal is just absolutely ungodly. Makes him pretty dang tanky. And looking at our damages here, I think that Anador is honestly, like, very good. The main thing is that there's green enemies here, so Angorn isn't going to be able to do much damage with his poison, but again, you usually don't take Angorn for poison damage, or at least I don't. I just consider him a purely, like, juicing support specialist. He can do damage, but it's not really something that happens. But most of our damage types are, like, pretty good here. Pick a minion I'm not too thrilled about. Definitely more thrilled about that. Early campsite at 10 is pretty good. We roll this. 2 locations in Uzir for a for an artifact. Okay. I'm almost willing to take this card pile straight away. We're going to take it on Mozabis, because he needs it the most. These are all pretty dang good. I honestly really like all of these, especially the Dispel. We have Dispel on his ulti too, but here, and possibly going down into Uzir, you get enemies that, well, down here they'll put spikes on themselves. Up here they'll put, what is it? Resilience. And so having access to Dispel is nice, but not really a necessity. And I'm debating here if we want to pump them up, because this being at 16 is notable. Especially with Mind Spike being here. I'm willing to do that. And I'm thinking taking this Oracle and probably not upgrading the Mind Spike. Arcane Blast is a good upgrade. Force Pulse is also relatively good because it draws. Honestly, the only thing that I would hate to upgrade here is Vine Lash. Vine Lash is completely ass. I'd almost be willing to do a random 2 upgrade. But let's actually save this and just take this elite right off the bat. Feeling pretty good about this. Not feeling pretty good about that. Okay. We're going to take a little bit of damage here, but we have Angorn, who's going to be able to sort of mitigate the amount of damage that we're taking here. And with Bjorn's damage, we're going to be looking pretty good, honestly. Guess I'm going to just keep stacking that. Keep trying to keep you alive. If you're going to block, that's fine by me. I think we honestly spend all of this. What's in our deck? That's kind of important. A ton of blocks. So next turn we're probably going to block. We should honestly probably save... We should save 2 AP, which means that we only get to use 1 skill. So let's keep the retain. Okay. It's quite misfortunate that we're not going to get that kill over there. We're not going to get this kill over here either because it's a 10 cost, right? Yep. That's life sometimes, no? So we'll just go ahead and do that. We'll be able to lifesteal next turn. Should be fine. He is rooted though, which I probably should have considered. It's a little awkward. That's looking a little bit better. For basically a turn 1 elite fight, that was pretty dang good. Last card in your hand always deals critical. That is very tempting, but I think we're going to go with Powder Keg here. I would really like to use this, but I don't know who would actually be able to get that off right now. Powder Keg is at least very useful right now at, again, getting that turn 3 win. Put that on Bjorn for now. Angorn getting Wild Bloom is pretty good. Unsure if we use it right now, but that's definitely going to help us out later. We don't have 200, so I really don't want to take this event. What was our artifact? Powder Keg? Okay, I was considering possibly taking that to the Oracle, that's why we went here. Are we crazy enough to take a shard battle this early? I think we might be. I would like to take this before Threat 5, but Major Shrine could be pretty good for us. It could also be pretty bad. Should at least take this loot cache. The potion here could be very good. More poison, sure. Spellweaver's gloves. This is an interesting choice. I think that we can honestly do Lost Medallion here. Now that Mozibus actually has a good ultimate, and it's plussed, getting access to it theoretically sooner or twice in a row is kind of huge for us. I'm going to take this. You know what, I'll take a threat for a nature shrine, that's fine by me. Your green cards provide extra damage, healing, shielding. If this actually affected regen, this would be pretty freaking good, but it doesn't. So what green cards do we honestly have that have values? We shield. That's about it. Otherwise, sure, we'll take the 8 extra max health, which is 6 because we have a multiplier on us. And then we're going to go crazy. 50% direct damage lifesteal. I want to say that we don't care. We are absolutely crazy. This is actually quite huge. So I'm hoping next turn this guy's dead. Hoping next turn this guy's dead. And then this guy is pretty much taken care of. I'll tell you what, these shields aren't going to make it so that guy dies. Let's see here. 12. He's dead. Okay. I am no longer concerned. He's also doing some support stuff. Whatever. Let's get this going off. Cleanse that. This is... I don't want to say it's pretty much what I expected, but it's, you know, pretty much what I expected. So first thing is first, we gotta kill this man. That helps. We will go ahead and we will eat this. Make him work for it a little bit, I guess. I don't know. That's just more damage. Okay. Get a little bit of gold out of that. Shield up. Poison. Now this is honestly going to get spooky once he gets down to 50%, so I think we honestly want to be careful here. He's at 52. Hold up, that's going to tick. Yikes. Okay. This. We kind of want him to... Oh, we wanted him to not tick over until after the next turn because we're getting ulted this turn. So what we're going to do here is just get his ult ready. Yeah, that almost killed Bjorn. Now he's shielding this turn though, which is good. So then we can go ahead, switch over here, stack that poison. Just go absolutely hog wild on this man. Did it. And since this guy's a single target, we really don't have to worry at this point. Like, we're going to take a truck ton of damage. Definitely not denying that. However, this fight is pretty much under control. Just a shame that he shielded that turn, but I suppose it meant that we didn't get attacked. Count your blessings. Goodbye. Retain your hand. Is that good on Mozibus right now? I don't think it is. I think giving haste is really good for us right now. I could also see Black Cuirass. We could abuse that a little bit, especially if we do get that, what is it? If we get that Holy Chalice, I believe that goes into this, but it also may not because it's artifact healing. It's very weird what it does and does not go into. Spirit, that is. Druidic Familiar just seems like the best for us right now. We'll go ahead, we'll take it. A stone skin on Angorn doesn't really seem very appetizing to me. I do like the hamstring. It is being offered with 2 upgraded cards though, and that's kind of the kicker. I think we can kind of go a backlash route here. It's going to be weird, but we can do it. And now I gotta debate who gets this energy. I think that it's gotta be Mozibus. I do believe that it needs to be Mozibus because he's not really able to do much. We just put like 3 2-cost cards in his deck, plus we have 1 card that now goes off of Overload and we're not getting Overload. As soon as you put Mozibus at 4, he at least starts getting that. Sure. Gain 1 resilience whenever you play an Arcana or Nature. Interesting. Are we doing some sort of janky poison build here? I think we might be doing some sort of janky poison build here. It's a shame Bjorn isn't Arcana Nature, because him getting like a little bit of resilience is actually like pretty good. But, you know what? We're going to go with Venomancer's one, just to be weird. Ornate Quiver would also be notable on Moze, because that means that we would be able to reduce the cost of all those 2-cost cards. Like, all of his cards are ranged. So he basically gets 1 free AP, which means that he theoretically gets to actually keep his Overload, which means that we can use Overload cards. It's pretty good. The main thing that gets kind of weird with Moze is then when you have the Overload and you want to spend Overload, most of his cards are like per Overload you spend, so then reducing the cost of the card at that point is actually not good. And so that's a little bit weird. We could use this on Angorn to make sure that he can actually like use more of his cards, because currently he's not using all of his cards. That'd be another good use of this. But I think that just Moze being able to put poison on people as well, it's something. We could also put this on Angorn, but generally speaking, I want him supporting people at this point. I don't want him like using Vine Lash on enemies, because again, I highly disrespect Vine Lash. Not to be completely rude to Angorn, but I think it's one of the worst cards in the entire game. And that's a statement. We'll put that on you. Could also theoretically end up putting that on Bjorn at some point, but that's... We'll see when we get there. We got a loot cache here. I got to debate if I actually want to fight for this nature shrine here. Getting access to the town would be nice. We're going to have to fight for our lives again, I guess. Again, I'm not too concerned. This is actually like a good squad. So one thing that I haven't checked is what is... It doesn't say that this is artifact damage, and it can be resisted. So that means that if we can find a way to either guarantee critical damage, which is in Scorched Lands, or if we can find a way to pierce, which would be in Uzir, if we can find a way to have might at the start of our turn, which generally doesn't happen, power would be the way to go. But we can't really apply power. So this would be a good time to have Leon, or somebody who can apply power to themselves, would want the light casing. That way that we can do just a little bit more damage. And we want to check to see if that interacts with any hitting enemies. But that's for later. Alright, let's get this stuff out there. Why do that to the person who's about to cleanse themselves? Bits, you're an idiot. Bad Stremmer. Might as well heal up. I'm about this. I am about that. Because that is a lot of damage. You're not actually being attacked, so let's just go ahead and deal some damage out here. Almost kill you. You're going to get poisoned, but we'll have cleanse next turn, so I'm honestly not too concerned. And give you that. Go ahead, take that for the team. Get some of those out there. I guess. Do something like that. Not too concerned about Bjorn at this moment. We're going to eat that damage, but we'll be plus. Draw a card. Okay. Oh, we're not going to be plus because we were wounded. We did not unwound ourselves. Go ahead, just spend all that anyways. I'm not going to spend 5 life here. There we go. Wild Bloom already upgraded. I'm honestly not feeling any of these. Or a purple epic card. Because we do have that that oracle down to the south. Yeah, I could feel that. I could feel that. Potion of Swiftness. We might actually be able to hunting rifle with Mozbus now. I'm still not quite so sure of that. Wooden Targon is just always good at keeping people from taking crap tons of damage. Let's put that on Angorn so that we don't have to worry so much. Oh my good lord, we're finding all the toys today. We want to upgrade an ability. Don't care for wilt. Okay. Mass Dispel is just worse than Arcane Blast for us, but it is purple. However, I'm pretty sure that, yeah, Venomancers is play purple. So this isn't going to hit everybody for a ton of poison. I can see Void Choke popping off. Not really notable as far as the weak, but it does something. Honestly, these were all pretty... like there's something. Probably just upgrade them again. More poison, I guess. Rusty Cleaver, pretty dang good. Reduce all poison hex burn you receive by 1. I can see that being pretty good here. Bounty Hunter Satchel is also pretty good. It's basically just free draw. But we currently don't have somebody who's popping off so much that they would want free draw. It would mainly be just for cycling our deck, and currently everybody's basically got their base deck, except for Mozbus. I'm more about Rusty Cleaver. Alright, taking a look at the time here. I kind of want to just get this groundwork done, this assault battle, try and get this shrine here. Trying to think of if that's actually worth my time or not. I'm going to take this card pile at least. Bjorn, Overhead Smash. Overhead Smash is definitely a thing. I'm about it. Like that much better than Reckless Blow. All right. We need to solve this middle guy as soon as possible, unfortunately. Which is probably just stacking a ton of poison and stuff. Because when they ult, we're going to take a crap ton of burn. Kind of like we're going to take a metric crap ton of damage over here on the right. That's pretty good. You have just enough to get our ulti up, thank goodness. Protect the turtle, please. We're going to be able to life the leech next turn, which is looking good. Cleanse apply 7. Now we're talking. I could also see Tough Skin, especially if we... Tough Skin is interesting with this team. I think getting another access of Cleanse and some semi-direct healing is probably better, though. Take that out, put that in. And I think at this point, Bark Skin's pretty good, too. Let's go ahead and hit up this forge. What do we got? Anadorian Bow. It's early. Emerald Lance could be pretty nice, although a lot of people have been reporting that Emerald Lance doesn't really work very reliably, which makes me not necessarily want to take it. First range card you play each turn deals critical damage is pretty good on Moze though, especially if we get access to his ult. That is, well, a ranged card. I'm thinking that we're doing that. 1 poison whenever you hit an enemy. Okay. Okay, game. Draw 1 card at the start of each turn. I really like Agar's Dominion, though, too. We could do something a little bit funky here. Not you. You. Oh, you can't have everything. So I guess what we're going to do is do this, because this is more important to me. And so then the Venomancer's one can go on you, because sometimes you play purple cards on enemies. We'll see if we can't do better than that. Items. Potion of Swiftness is probably good to have, because we're getting to the point where enemies can stun us, especially in... We're getting pretty close to stunning enemies in Anador, because they get access to stun before everybody else. So, Potion of Swiftness is going to be good there. I like it better than a Foul Familiar. Poison Vials just to get more poison out there. And let's see if we can't do some funky poison stuff up here. But we have this. I will actually take this as a heal, I think, unless there's something that absolutely should get upgraded. Overhead Smash? Kind of like that, not gonna lie. Rampage being upgraded makes it usable. I definitely like Heckle too. Like, god damn, we have so many good cards. You know, I think this is a heal. We still don't have access to our town. Not even sure that we really care about that. But, Tumble Clarity is a goodbye. Agar's Dominion is a goodbye. Ornate Quiver is a goodbye. Like, this is a very good shop. I'm glad that we found this. Question is how good are we feeling here? Let's get this. If that's Leech, this is out of control. Oh, my best friend Dark Rangers. Let's get rid of you as soon as possible. Probably should have thought about that one. Good thing is, Bjorn has Pierce, so we don't have to worry about enemies here healing us for less when we life leech them. Which is generally Bjorn's #1 problem about being here. Oh, hello. That's a lot of damage. Lose 6 health? It's not that bad. Then we get toughness next turn. Oh. Yeah. Bark Skin is unfortunately kind of a waste here. I'll give you that. Move you. Oof. All right. Next turn we're going to get our cleanse. Not that that really matters. I think this is pretty much done. Yeah, Moze has just become a monster. Deal critical damage if you consume 2 overload. Well, that's not really going to happen much. Luring speed is interesting. I don't like it better than 40 gold right now, though. Bap. Go ahead, take that. Again, you are the enemy that I hate the most. Let's make sure that you mitigate that attack. We'll go ahead and we'll eat this. It's going to get a little bit dicey. But we should have our leeches next turn. When you level up, you definitely need the AP. This fight's honestly over. It's just how much health is Bjorn going to lose. Answer? Not that much. One for 9. Nah. Hellfire? Honestly, not really feeling that. Ward on Moze, though, could be interesting. We're not really building him as a tank, but someone is going to have to figure out how to tank for this team. And it's generally probably going to be Angorn. We're going to hope that we get something like Communion, which is a green legendary, so we have to consider taking a green purple at some point. Just give me more money. I'll take a Void Shrine for 1 threat. Dampening obviously, honestly isn't that bad. A lot of effects that we would rather enemies not have, stuff like Immune, Might, Resilience. Like I was saying earlier about how having Dispel on Moze isn't bad, especially when you get it for free, like on Arcane Blast, or sorry, whatever the heck his ultimate is right now. But honestly, right now it's just damage for us. It's 32 damage whenever it comes up, AoE, which is incredibly good. So just having dampening on other turns so that we don't have to feel inclined to use it when we get it, and we can wait till the beginning of the next turn. Draw Hexing is, again, just the ability for us to face race a little bit better, because we can just stack 12 Hex on an enemy, which equates to quite a lot. But we still don't know which boss that we're going to fight. That could potentially be an enemy with Cleanse, especially once you start getting into the Icons. Might not honestly do much of anything. Draw Vigor, though, at least gives us AP, which is something that we're kind of struggling for right now, so I'm definitely about that. We have enough for about one fight here. I definitely want to gain that level on Bjorn, which I think is going to be this way. We're going to get this Nature Shrine first. Mending. I could settle for Mending. Like, it's more spot healing. And it feels much better than these other options, to be honest. Oh! That Goblin Incanter, though, scares the crap out of me. Not gonna lie. I almost debate if the Goblin Incanter needs to die faster than the Dark Ranger, and I do believe that it does. So we're gonna blast it. So anyways, help out Moze a little bit. Blast this man for 4 health. I would really appreciate not getting the pocket watch. Thank you. That is much appreciated. We don't actually have enough, though, to get our ultimate, which is what I was kind of hoping to have. Yikes. Oh, what we should have done was play a card on him so that he would have gotten access to... Oh, come on, man. Bits, you should know these things after all this time. Just looking at what we have available here. That is what we are talking about right there. Life leech there. Then I'm thinking we do this. That. Well, that didn't go too bad, actually. Vanquish is quite interesting on Mozibus. Arcane Barrier isn't bad. This is actually like the good source of resilience for Moze. I'm almost considering here that maybe Moze becomes our primary tank, but that's just weird because he doesn't really have access to a source of taunt. We would need to get Boomerang for that to be the case, and that's another Echo card, so then we would really want the negative Echo card, which is thankfully in... That is in Uzir, where we're going to be headed. Interesting. We also need access to crit versus poison. God damn. There's so much stuff that we want. Maybe we honestly just take gold here, because none of these things are actually like too great for us. If we would have gotten Vanquish earlier, that would have been a huge deal. Oh, now here we go. I don't really care about enemy shielding. Elemental power, though, I guess would only really affect Pommel Strike and Reckless Blow, so it's not really that good. Oh no. So is it Fervor then, so that we can get to our ultimates faster? That might honestly be it. Be able to turn 2 then on Bjorn for his ultimate. Yeah, honestly, why not? We'll go ahead and we'll take that. Let's get back here. Do we have the slot open? Kind of. You know what? I'm going to skip Agar's Dominion, as much as I really don't want to. I'm going to take the Ornate Quiver. What the frick? Oh, okay. And right now I want to get access to a team heal. We're going to have to do a defense elite battle either way, but I would kind of like to have access to our capital. Anyways, that was the last battle, as I said, though. And we'll have to see how this one continues on Friday. Just trying to take a look here. The maximum that we would possibly have to fight is 2 fights here. If this is 1, that's great. We can heal, and then we can actually take on this shard battle here, which would be very good for us. Here, though, we're actually going to be very good in a defense battle, so long as we don't run into double Brood Sentinel, or we don't run into Brood Sentinel and the Armored Spider Gaunt, because those are going to be probably our toughest fights right now. But other than that, I'm feeling pretty good, especially with the +3 Fury. That's going to be pretty big for our burst game. Anyways, how are you guys feeling about the run? How are you guys feeling about the team that we have, where we ended up? Be sure to leave that down in the comments below. And if you have any other sorts of feedback, be it comments, questions, concerns, misplay alerts, be sure to leave that down in the comments as well. I love seeing it. And until next time, I will catch you guys around.